Hello lovely viewers, it's me, Kelly again. I'm coming at you now with a video tag from Samantha Menzo. Her channel, I believe, is just called Samantha Menzo. She is an astrologer and one of the first tarot ladies that I was following on YouTube. She has a podcast called Speaking of Which. It's very cute. I don't know why I'm all nervous. It's like nighttime right now, and I guess I usually don't film. When I do film, I don't do it at night. But I'm doing it tonight because time no longer has meaning. So in this tag that Sammy did, it's called hashtag my favorite majors. So what she did and what I did was I took every tarot deck I own and separated the major arcana, which is cards 0 through 21, which is 22 cards because 0 is a card too. And my mom helped me. She was like, "Can I help too?" And I was like, "Okay." Do you know what you're getting yourself into? So we went through every deck, separated the majors from the minors, put the minors aside, and then put them in numerical order, the majors. So then I put them all in a big like square on my living room floor, and I went through each card, like starting with the Fool and going forward, and picked my favorite card from, like, out of all the decks I have, what's my favorite Fool and what's my favorite Magician and so on. So I kind of wanted to show them. I know this isn't usually what I do because, sorry, I had a little interruption there. So basically, I know that I don't usually film tarot things, but in fact, I don't know that I ever have. I filmed that one Many Moons planner walkthrough. That was my most witchy thing I've done on this channel, but I don't know. I felt like it. The heart wants what it wants, so I figured, why not just let it happen? So I figure I'm gonna show I have the Centennial Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I was gonna show the original and then the one that I chose. So here we go. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Fool. He symbolizes new beginnings and kind of going forward without a care in the world. And I chose this guy. So this is the first deck I ever bought myself, and it's definitely my favorite still after all these decks. So I love how it's this carefree naked old man. It's like you can start over, you can always start over no matter how old you are. I really like that energy. And here's the backs of the Sasuraibito Tarot. Did I say Sasuraibito? That's what this is. It's by Stasia Burrington, who is a Seattle girl. Heyo. So, yeah, that's my favorite Fool. So then we have the Magician. And I chose the Magician from the Cat Tarot. The backs are very cute. As Mom and I were going through this, I realized how much I love this deck and I want to work with it more. I really love how he's got everything he needs to live his best cat life, because the Magician is all about having all the tools you need to do what you need to do. And he's so cute. And then we have the High Priestess. And again, I chose the Cat Tarot because this, like, she's so mysterious and witchy and, like, I don't know, this card is like intuition and mysterious. I don't know. I just think this embodies it really well, and it's also adorable. Then we've got the Empress, who is usually this, is she? I guess she's technically not necessarily pregnant looking in that deck, but she symbolizes like fertility, abundance, motherly energy. And I chose, again, the Sasuraibito Tarot. I really like the flowers that she has blooming from underneath. Like, I think it's cool that she's not pregnant, because you can be abundant and you don't have to produce babies. I don't know. I super dig this a lot. And then we have the Emperor, which is very like authority, man type power. And my mom and I were both laughing at these. Again, this is the cat tarot. I know I'm going back and forth here. So this guy seems like stuck up and snobby, even though he's on the short end of the stick. I just think this is some good man energy. I know, I'm terrible. It's just really, really funny. So then we have the Hierophant, which is a card I've always sort of struggled with, because it's kind of like the Emperor, but more kind of spiritual, all-knowing man again. It doesn't have to be, it just is in this Rider-Waite deck. So here's a new deck. This is the backing. This is the Herbcrafter's Tarot. And this card is Cacao for the Hierophant. And I love everything to do with chocolate. So I love that the cacao bean is the all-knowing, you know, herb of the deck. I just really like it. So then we have the Lovers. Everybody knows this image. And again, we have Sasuraibito. I just really love how there is no gender here. And there's no, like, they're just kind of combining into one being. It seems very passionate, and it's not cheesy. Like, I don't know. Something about this card just makes me queasy. But this one is like, it feels more. There's more emotion there. So then we have the Chariot. And again, Sasuraibito wins again. The Chariot is my soul card, which means the numerology of my birthday added up and made into one single digit is the number 7. So this is like it's the kind of grab life by the horns card. I just really like the energy here. It's very wild, and I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's just like, go do it, go get him. Oh, I was confused because for this card's strength, I actually chose my Rider-Waite Smith deck, because out of all my decks that I have, I just feel like this embodies, it embodies the meaning the best, which is like this really gentle, calm woman that has worked to tame this lion. And I think the colors are nice, and I don't know, I feel like sometimes the decks either make it too aggressive looking, the strength card. So this is very just, hey, I went through the motions and tamed the lion. So then we've got the Hermit, which honestly is one of my favorite cards. And this deck is the Tarot of, what is it called? Tarot of Pagan Cats, which has these funny backings. I really love that cat energy. Obviously, these two are very similar cards. I guess they all are. But I just love the artwork on this one. Then we've got Wheel of Fortune, which is in my year ahead spread for 2020, I drew this card for this month, which I think is very telling. Because it's just kind of like what goes up must come down. And we're always spinning in the wheel of life type of thing. I chose the tarot, I believe Lisa from Supportive Tarot calls it Tarot Sirene. So I think that is the correct pronunciation. I really like this one. It is quite small. I like that this mer person is like going under. It just really makes me feel what this card wants you to feel. Then we've got Justice, which is another card that I don't always, it's one of the harder ones for me to interpret. I chose, this is from the Green Witch Tarot. It says harm none, what does that even say? The Standing Stone. I just really love the whole harm none thing. It makes me happy. And everything feels so beautiful and just in this moment. Then we've got the Hanged Man. And I chose the Hanged One from the Herbcrafter's Tarot, which it's the burdock root. So this tree is reflected in the tea. So this is like tea from burdock leaf or burdock root, and then the tree is reflected in the tea. I thought that was cool. I also really dig the runes. I just really like the way this card is laid out. So then we've got Death, which is a pretty gruesome card. I honestly really like the Green Witch Tarot version. There's this old man and like younger kid in the background. And this guy is just like, I'm coming for you, old man. I don't know, it's, what is it called? The Lord of Shadows. It's very like, time takes us all type interpretation. I love the Green Witch Tarot. They did a great job. So Temperance is all about the give and the take, pouring into the cup and having the cup pour out, having 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. Of course, no surprise, Sasuraibito Tarot, because shirtless guy, coffee, and there's not much else to say about that. I really love Stasia Burrington's, like, there's something about her artwork that evokes a lot of feeling, even if this kind of seems simple, but I don't know. I feel it. I feel it. Ooh, and then we have the Devil, which this is a lot like the Lover's card, but instead of an angel, there's a devil there. And these people are chained to this thing. It's generally pretty creepy looking. So I chose the Mineo Tarot, which I got in Japan. I really love how creepy this devil is. I don't know if, can you even see? Yeah. So see this little hand, and then he's putting another hand in there, and it's just like, here's this hand soup. Look at me being all creepy and devilish. Yeah, and those are the backs for those. I think this is the only card I chose from Mineo Tarot. I'll try to link it below, but I don't know if you can even get this in the States. But yeah. Then we've got the Tower. Oh yeah. This is the card of really big change. Kind of losing everything all in one go. This is what should have been, you know, for whenever the day was that we all had to stay home. So my favorite is from the Halloween Tarot because I love this haunted house and I love the colors of this deck. I wonder if I press there, will it do it? Okay. Does that do anything? I guess that's the best I'll get. Anyway, I love the colors. I love the haunted house. It's just so creepy and terrifying looking, but in a cute way. And I dig it. Oh, and here's the backs of those cards. And we have the Star. This is sort of temperance-ish in the way that with the pouring and the 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water kind of thing. I really loved the Cat Tarot again. I didn't realize how much I loved the Cat Tarot until I compared it with everything else I have. So he's given the water back to the earth in his own way, as cats do. Then we have the Moon, which has there's the wolf and the dog howling at the moon, and this represents your subconscious or things that are kept beneath the surface that you don't want bubbling up, or maybe are just bubbling up regardless of what you want. And I chose the Tarot Sirene again because I just love this moon card with those colors, and I think they did a beautiful job. Love it. Then we have the Sun, which I feel like, you know, with the kid, the baby, naked baby on the horse thing, I'm just over that whole image. I love the Tarot of Pagan Cats version, especially because the sun up here has a little cat face on it. This guy just looks so satisfied, and the sun represents like joy and satisfaction, and he's just in a good place right now. It's just very cute. And this honestly is one of my least favorite cards, Judgment, because I don't believe that this is going to happen someday. And I know a lot of people do, that's fine, but it's not my cup of tea. So the only card I found in my collection that I actually resonate with is Sasuraibito, because she's like emerging from her cocoon. It's kind of like she's, rather than being rather than having someone save her, she's like gonna save herself by coming out of her blanket sanctuary. I don't know. I like this one a lot. And then the last card is the World. And I chose Sasuraibito Tarot again because I love this body positivity, this awesome curvy lady with this badass snake. This is just so good. Completion of a cycle. Anyway, I guess that's my video. I'm gonna link everything down below. Did I not? I said Wildwood Tarot on my notes, but I don't think I actually have a Wildwood Tarot card in here. Maybe I just got a little overzealous. Because I don't know exactly. I would have to double check how many decks I do have. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I used 9 tarot decks for this challenge. So I'm going to reply to Sammy, and whoever wants to reply to me can, if you care about tarot. If you don't, I'm sorry. It's just something that I did with my evening. It was fun. Yeah, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.